Hello, Leo, and welcome to your April 2019 love reading. I did do general readings as well. So allow me just a moment to shuffle out your messages. Also, you guys, I do apologize for the setup. I am currently in the middle of relocating. Leos, one of the things that I'm feeling predominantly, I feel that many of you are, it seems to be there's a sense of satisfaction here where, I feel that you're turning someone down. It's like you finally feel empowered enough to cut a particular person out of your life. It seems as though they've disappointed you. They've let you down several times. And I feel like you've always given them the benefit of the doubt. You've always overlooked it. You've always taken them back. And I feel like those days are over. This was someone that you waited on. This was someone where, you hung in there. I feel like you hung in there through thick and thin. And it seems like every time, I feel like this has been an on and off situation. And every time you decide to move forward, they come back around. And as a result, it's where they're continuously blocking your progress. So it's like someone wants to keep you in their back pocket where they don't want you to move on, but they don't want to solidify a commitment. And I feel as though you're finally walking away. You're finally closing this chapter out. And of course, they're coming back around again. And I do feel like there's an offer being made here, but you already know that it's not going to grow. I feel like this person has persuaded you. It's like they've always been able to charm their way back in. And there is a sense of heavy temptation here as well, where you may be tempted. Some of you, this is a strong sexual connection. And I feel like, there are moments where you feel weak or vulnerable to get back involved with this person, but what's in your best interest is to just completely detach. Yeah, so this is someone trying to distract you, trying to persuade you. This is a, rambunctious, rebellious type of energy. It's someone who's very freedom-loving. And with the Two of Pentacles here, this does indicate, juggling. Feeling like nothing is ever solidified, like it's always up in the air. And I feel that you've grown very tired of this. Here we have the Three of Cups. Again, this is typically someone who is keeping their options open. And with Temperance here, this is about being patient, waiting around. It's like you've been waiting on them to come back around. And I feel like they come back around and it's like they're giving you the cold shoulder. They're there one minute and then the next minute they're not. And you're left feeling like, well, what is going on? Did I do something wrong? Is it me? And I feel like you're tired of it. So here you are, or another fire sign like yourself, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're showing up here beside the Hanged Man. So as I said, you've waited. You've waited on this person. You've hung in there. You've stuck it out. With the Two of Cups, this does indicate, feeling quite connected with someone. It is typically a very deep connection where there's a lot of chemistry between the two. And, this is more showing up, even though it's present, it's speaking more about the past. I feel like this is something that has already been going on. And, it's like they're coming back in here. Some of you, I feel like, you're moving forward and you're enjoying your freedom and you're having a good time. You're getting acquainted with new people. It's like you're finally running from this person. And they're trying to distract you. They're trying to persuade you. They're trying to tempt you. So you may be dealing with an earth sign, which is a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. It does not have to be, but this is someone who is easily distracted. I feel like you're dealing with someone who, their moods change. Their moods change. It's like, I'm not getting very strong mood swings. I just feel that they have a very short attention span. And it's like they're here 1 minute and then gone the next. And you're looking for something a little bit more solid. Those of you that are wanting to be single and enjoy your singlehood, I feel that it's like you're cutting ties with this person, and you're just going out and doing your own thing. This does indicate group gatherings, group celebration, getting acquainted with people. So I feel that you're getting back out there after going through this experience where you were continuously nurturing someone and they weren't budging. They were just wasting your time. I feel like they were just wasting your time. Even though, yes, there is this connection, it's like there's always been someone else in the picture in some type of way. And we do have 3 people showing up here with the 3 of Cups. So it seems as though, you're tired of it. You're feeling like they're distracted. This can also be someone who is, it's like a clingy type of energy. So I feel that they're seeing you move on, and they're trying to hold on. They're trying to hold on to you. They're saying, well, just give me a bit more time, be patient with me, cut me some slack, and I don't feel like you're going to do that this time. I also feel like you have a lot on your plate. It seems like you have a lot of responsibilities going on. And it's like you don't want to hear their pipe dreams anymore. That's what I feel. It's been pipe dreams where, they've been telling you whatever you want to hear, selling you a story. And yeah, this is someone that you waited on. So you waited on them to make a decision. Some of you are involved with an air sign, which is a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. This could also be someone that is waiting on you. All readings can go vice versa. This is typically a very good person. They're quite intellectual, quite noble, and they value integrity and truth. So you're waiting on you're waiting on someone to tell you the truth, or someone's waiting on you to tell them the truth. With the Page of Wands, this is your energy. Or as I said, another fire sign like yourself, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Showing up here with the High Priestess, this does indicate to use your intuition. Use your intuition. This is someone who's quite flirtatious. Again, freedom loving, and it can be someone who's quite mischievous. So I feel that, they're trying to... They're trying to get your attention. They're definitely trying to get your attention. And I feel that you're not going to give them the satisfaction. So it's kind of like the tables have turned. Now they're wondering what you're up to, what you're doing, who you're involved with. And I feel that you're keeping your cards very close to your chest, and you're not letting them in. And like I said, there's a feeling of satisfaction. Yeah, not letting them in. This is where you're being very guarded. You're protecting your heart. This also is where, you feel like you cannot trust them. I feel like they kept a lot of things from you. They kept a lot of things from you. And, now you no longer trust them. It's like you're not taking anything they say seriously. Those of you involved with this air sign here, I feel like this is a very good person. I feel like this is a very good match. But it seems like, they may be waiting on you for some of you. Others, it's like you're waiting on them. You're waiting on them to make a decision. But these are 2 very different energies. One is more about fun, something a little bit more lighthearted, and the other one is more serious. So someone's waiting on you to, buckle down, or you're waiting on them. I feel like this is a different person. So some of you are definitely involved with 2 people. This is you. This is the Leo card. Strength is all about having the courage to make a decision, having the courage to move on. So it seems like, it may be rather difficult for you to finally close the door on this person. You may have to just block them where they cannot contact you anymore, because I feel like, there's still a part of you that wants to go back, that wants to get involved, that, where at one point you really saw the potential. And again, the chemistry, there's a very intense chemistry here. I'm getting like tension between two people. But I feel that, with you focusing more on your intuitive self, it's like you're knowing that you may just have to block them where they can't contact you at all. Some of you may be changing your numbers. Strength is all about having the courage to do what's right by yourself, okay? So I feel that, it's a bit of a difficult decision. But it's, they've been holding you back. I feel like they've been holding you back. And I do also get a little bit of resentment here. Some of you have hard feelings towards this person because they were keeping you in their back pocket. And I feel like those days are over. Those days are over. You're not... Now, things have completely shifted. You're moving forward. Yeah, so you're putting an end. You're putting an end to this. This is all about transformation, changes. It's a time period of rebirth. So I feel like you're finally moving on. There is a little bit of, emotions attached with this, of course. It's like, on the one hand, you may be sad to see them go, but I feel like deep down within, you know that they're always going to be keeping their options open and they're always going to leave you waiting. So some of you, this person has very good, you see the potential, that they have good qualities, they have good traits, but it's like they're still in that where they don't want to settle down. And if it's taking a toll on you, the best thing for you to do is cut ties. I feel like this is where your path is no longer aligned with a particular person. It's like you're going in different directions. So you've outgrown someone. And I do feel like it's you. I feel like you have outgrown someone. A small percentage of you may be expecting. I'm picking that up here. So, some of you are expecting. Be careful of unwanted pregnancies at this time. Someone may be trying to trap you by purposely getting you pregnant. Or it can be, vice versa, male, female, however it works. But I feel like that possibility is definitely here. So that is something to be very careful of. You're on your guard for a reason. Your intuition is speaking to you for a reason. And I feel like, this Chariot, it's all about moving forward. It's all about moving forward. I feel like these are just, they're going in different directions. And it's time for you to harness the greater power and decide what is best for yourself, for your life path, long-term decisions. It seems like some of you feel, a little down and out because it's like, although there's this intense chemistry, this intense connection, I feel like you're involved with someone who's very different from you. Again, these are two completely different energies. One is flirtatious and lighthearted and, definitely not ready to settle down. And the other is more mature. So I feel that even though you may have a good connection with this person, you're just realizing that you have different goals in mind. You don't value the same things and you want different things. So you may be saying, let's agree to disagree. Or, it's nothing personal, but, I have to detach myself from this. I really have to move on. I feel like time is ticking, and it's affecting you that they were continuously keeping you held in place or continuously hiding things from you. So it's like now, the tables have turned, it's shifted, and you're enjoying yourself. And I feel that, you're keeping this on the down low. Like you're keeping this to yourself, and you're enjoying yourself. And it's like they're wondering what you're up to. They're wondering what's going on. So I feel like they're trying to make a return here. And I do feel that if you choose to allow them back in, I feel that you're going to regret it. Yeah, so this is someone who is typically single, independent, and they stand on their own 2 feet. It's also someone who's, quite attractive. So many of you, you just want to be single at this time. You just want to be single. And even if you're involved with someone where, you're single and they're single, I feel like you're being careful. Even with friends with benefit situations, you're being very careful because you're thinking, well, if I have this connection with them, they very well may have that connection with someone else. Because as I said, this is someone who's easily distracted. I feel like that's the problem. You have the Eight of Wands here. As I said, this is communication where someone is contacting you. And we have here the Ten of Swords. So this is about putting an end to a situation. It is about severing ties. And it's about seeing things clearly. So, as I said, someone's trying to communicate and the other person is done. And with this Nine of Pentacles here, this is very positive. It's like you're deciding, I just want to be single. I just want to enjoy myself. Some of you, with this Three of Cups, it's like you're meeting new people. Those of you involved with someone new, I feel like they're a really good match. And it's like you finally have something, you finally have the ball rolling on a new healthy relationship. And this person is trying to come back around and sabotage you. Because I do feel they're contacting you, they're making an offer, but they kept you waiting for so long that I don't feel deep down you actually feel the same as you did. So you're very overwhelmed at this time. Many of you may be overwhelmed with work, overwhelmed with household responsibilities, just overwhelmed with relationships. You may be viewing relationships as a burden at this time. Where, you're just focused more on finances, or you just want to have fun. You just want to enjoy being single. Some of you guys seem to have quite a bit of options. And with the Ace of Swords here, this is where you're very clear on what you want. Your perspective is very clear. It's no longer clouded. Some of you, there's a particular person that has definitely taken an interest in you, or you them. I feel like this is mutual. And I feel like it's like you're headed off on a completely new path here. You're headed off on a completely new path. And someone may be trying to guilt trip you or blame you, or, put all of this on you and make you feel like it's your fault because you're finally moving on. But I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like it's their fault because you gave them plenty of time. You gave them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you really stuck it out. And some of you, you're just seeing relationships as a burden at this time. Serious relationships, I mean. Where you're like, you know what, this is too much. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to enjoy being single for right now. Things are going well financially. I'm very focused at work. I'm very clear on my perspective. Again, communication coming in. So someone's going to want a new beginning. They may say, oh, I'm overwhelmed with work. I'm busy. That type of thing. And I just feel like you're not falling for it. The Sun is all about happiness, freedom, fun. It's like you're starting all over. You're starting all over. And, this is serious long-term life path decisions. Those of you that are deciding between two people, I feel that you are, you're making your decision. You may be finding it difficult, but I do feel that you are going to make a decision here because you know that you can't keep someone in a state of limbo. Okay? So I feel like you're going with whoever makes you happier. Who makes you laugh more. And also who's more honest, because I feel that has been an issue. So you're wanting to go with the person that has been more above board and more honest with you. You respect them more. You feel like they have more integrity. So, it's like you're just wanting to have fun. And, this is about looking into your future as well. You're looking into your future. You're looking ahead. And, just be careful not to get sucked back in. Not to get drawn back in with this particular person. Because I feel like you have a new beginning here that's bringing you happiness. That's alleviating all of the stress that's alleviating, all of the burdens that the other person piled on you, whether it be trust issues or whether it be, your emotional states up and down. Some of you, this person may have left you with, financial. I just feel like you had to carry all of the responsibility. You had to carry all of the weight. Okay, whether that was being the one that always took care of the house, always took care of the kids. It's like you took on, you bit off more than you could chew. And I feel like they didn't appreciate it and they took it for granted. So now, you're moving on and you have someone here that is a person who's very much above board. So it's like someone is trying to come back around and sabotage that. And I don't, intuitively you're going to know it. Of course, they're not going to say, oh, I just want to mess up what you have going. I feel like instead, they're going to be trying to charm their way back in, particularly in a sexual manner. But you're going to know intuitively that, hey, this is what they did to me in the past is probably what they're going, I'm just moving on and they're trying to cling on. And they may have hard feelings towards you because you're finally moving on. So I feel like it's redundant. It's redundant. It's where the same thing, it's like a big continuous cycle here. So with both the tens, you're finally putting an end to it, and it is going to bring happiness into your life. It is going to bring a new beginning. And I feel like you have a very promising future here, okay? And I do feel that way. Those of you involved with an air sign, this looks like a very good match. So you do have a promising prospect here. I feel like this is a very positive reading, Leos. Yes, although there may be, it's kind of like where you're sad to see it go. It kind of just seems like really when you get down to the root core, I don't think you feel the same as you once did. Okay, so you guys are moving forward. I hope you enjoy your month and I will see you in May.